All right, some of you guys wanted to know how I do these corners on this. So first of all, you get your carpet pre-cut. I don't know how well this video is because I don't have the proper stuff to hold the camera, but anyways, I have it laid out, pre-cut. You want to make sure you mark the outside of your lid so you can get it square. Once you have that, I pre-cut mine to exact fit so they fit on both sides. I don't know if you can see that, but when you fold them over. Anyways, and then this is the weird little template that I've made to cut these corners, okay? This is how a friend of mine did it, and I tried to replicate it, and it seems to be working pretty well. This is my original. I just made this one. I'm going to use the old one, but I cut this one to show you the exact design of it. This one's been working good, so I don't know. I haven't tested that one yet. But basically, I don't know if what's in the way here. I like to put a weight on this thing to hold that thing somewhat in place, and then you'll raise the lid up a little bit. And I pre-mark that pattern, that template. I line it up with my lines that I've drawn around the lid. Get it pretty close. Main thing is I found is you want that corner to look like it's shooting straight up the middle of that tab. And once you have that in place, I take a marker and I'm just tracing this pattern onto here. Now this one, like I said, I accidentally cut that one off too short, but it comes straight out the same as the other, so I just slowly eyeball that. That's been working. And I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna walk around and look at the camera. Yeah, you can see that good. Okay, now I usually do this on the other side, but for the video, I wanted you to be able to see. So I'm gonna try to do this one bass-ackwards here. I bought a carpet knife with this square, these things, this is the handiest thing in this whole job. It cuts this carpet like nothing. Mine is getting a little dull on this edge. I need to switch the blade out, so I'm holding it upside down at the moment because it's sharp. But I don't cut all the way to the lid. I'm cutting up near it, probably about an 1/8 inch from my lid. And then when you cut it, you're just gonna cut straight out. And then you're gonna cut straight out on this one. Okay, and then I gotta cut this pattern out here. I'm holding that knife upside down. It's a little odd for me, but I know it's sharp on that side. I keep some of these meat shears you get with a knife set. They're handy on cutting all these little stuff off. If you see, I actually marked this one because when you fold this over, then I pull it tight and around. Now this one's too long, so I cut the other one off to fit, but basically that should look about like this. Make sure I'm still videoing. I don't know how long these things video. I think it's still running. All right. But that's how I cut that. And then when this folds over, if you can see, I'll cup this when the glue's all on there, and I make sure the corners are heavily glued or put quite a bit of glue on them, but I'll fold that like a taco inside of the other carpet all the way up and over the corner, but I'm pulling tight while I do it. And once I get it over, then I undo that taco and taco it the other direction. And then I'll wedge it down in, and I've been using a Phillips screwdriver, and I force it down in on that glue, and then I take wood clamps. Obviously I'm not gluing this, and I take wood on both sides, and then I'll stick the clamp on there, and I make sure that the wood goes over my seam. Now before you do that, check your seam. I don't know if you can see that. That came out pretty good. But I'll use my finger. Maybe if you have to, be real careful and trim, because some of the black backing will show little strips of it. But if you can see that, that came out pretty good. And then the glue, you know, obviously you use your fingers to get as good as possible. Then make sure this board covers that seam so you can clamp it tight on that corner. And that's how I'm doing those corners. I don't know this pattern, you know, it's something that I figured out. It's about 3/4 of an inch in from your corner on each side. And actually I measured this a minute ago, and that tab's about 1 1/4 inches. So it's 3/4 of an inch from the corner in for the straight lines. And this actually measures 1 1/4 inches. Pretty sure, yeah. So that's how I do it. Hope it's helpful. Again, sorry I'm not a professional with this, but I tried. If it helps you, great. Get a hold of me if you want to. You can PM me or something later.